Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ox Talks. Thanks for watching the show today. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel, liking the videos, hitting that thumbs up button for me. Please share the videos. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. We are growing this community. Topic I wanted to discuss on this show is the state of renter nation in this country and the reason why and what we're seeing. Two articles I saw, one out of the New York Post today, the other one out of Market Watch. So let me jump right in. New York Post, homes for sale in short supply. We've talked about how inventory is constrained and how prices are through the roof. Existing home sales in this country are like the lowest since 1995. Did a video on that last week. So this is out of the Post today. It says, there are now 30 renters for every house on the market in the United States. The number of homes for sale for each renter household in the U.S. remains near record lows, highlighting the supply crunch that first-time buyers face in the current housing market. It says currently there are about 30 renter households, for each available home for sale, up from less than 10 in 2006, according to Freddie Mac's latest market outlook report. And it says the supply shortage dates back to the Great Recession, which dealt a major blow to new home construction. Since then, construction has slowly increased but failed to keep pace with demand, resulting in a shortage of at least 1.5 million homes. And the next article, stick with the video. Next article is from the CEO of Laura Escobar, the CEO of Lennar Mortgage, and she explains one factor that's contributing to less new homes coming on the market. It says, therefore, not only do people seeking to buy their first home have to navigate an expensive market, but they also have to compete with more first-time buyers as supply continues to trail demand, according to Freddie Mac economists. Affordability also, it says, remains a key struggle for the first-time home buyers. The report found that between January of 2000 and July of 2024, cumulative entry-level prices grew 63% more than high-end home prices, meaning that the starter home prices are growing faster than the rest of the market. And obviously, first-time home buyers really want to see the opposite, right? Everybody wants their home values to go up once they've completed the purchase, but the barrier to entry continues to worsen. Less affordable housing is acutely felt by those seeking to buy their first homes, it says, especially those without substantial wealth at their disposal. In addition to supply and affordability challenges, high mortgage rates have made the current market one of the most punishing on record for first-time home buyers. After dipping in September, it says the average rate for 30-year fixed mortgages has risen for 4 straight weeks, hitting 6.54% for the week ending last Thursday, according to Freddie Mac. A recent survey, it says, from LendingTree found that more than half of renters fear that the dream of homeownership is out of reach, with 62% saying they worry they'll never be able to own a home. Among renters who say they would prefer to own, cost is the biggest barrier. Of this group, 65% say the cost of a down payment is holding them back from purchasing. Again, if it's 20% down payment, 20% of a larger purchase price obviously is a greater number. More money these people have to come up with out of pocket before they'll even be looked at for a mortgage. It says as well, 52% say home prices are too high in the areas where they live, and 39% say their credit score makes it hard to qualify for a mortgage. Despite the barriers to home ownership, the survey found that dream of owning a home is widespread, with 83% of Americans saying they would rather own a home than rent. Across all demographics, at least 2/3 said they would rather own than rent, including those earning less than $30,000 a year, that's 76%, those without children, 77%, and Gen Z's 79%. The survey found that the potential long-term financial gains from home ownership were less important than the personal freedom and stability that comes with home ownership. Well, obviously, if you're a renter, number one, you're at the whim of somebody who owns the home, the landlord. And even if you are a good tenant and you pay your rent on time and you honor all your obligations under the contract, and even if the landlord does the same thing, at some point in time, that rental agreement comes to an end. And so, being a renter, I understand. Being a renter, you're constantly having to, basically move, or constantly having to pack up and look for your next place to call home. So you never really get any peace of mind. And there's a rare circumstances, obviously, where you get into a place as a renter that the owner is looking for a long-term situation. But those are few and far between. Again, leave your comments below. If you guys are renters right now, what you're experiencing. Do you have stable situations, and how does it impact you and the family? Was asked why they would rather own a home. 62% say they wanted flexibility to do whatever they want with the space, while 61% they valued stability and not having to renew a lease. Okay. In comparison, just 44% cited home value appreciation as a reason to own, and 41% said they wanted to own to build wealth. Wealth. All right, the next article I want to share with you, a little different angle here, but again, it addresses the concept of the continued shortage of new homes in this country. And I hadn't read this before, so I want to share it with you. It says, U.S. housing market is on the verge of a vicious cycle out of Market Watch today, which is not good for America, according to Lennar Mortgage head. That was Laura Escobar, president of Lennar Mortgage, speaking Monday at the annual Mortgage Bankers Association conference in Denver, Colorado. Escobar, who was recently named chair of the MBA, told the trade group's 275,000 members that she would work to bring the issue of housing affordability to the forefront for policymakers and government officials, and would campaign to loosen regulations in mortgage lending and home building. And what she said is that builders have been saying for many, many years now that an inventory crunch is pushing up home prices. We know the housing costs, she says, have surged, with prices hitting new highs and the rate on 30-year mortgage averaging close to 7%. She says the U.S. is short 1.5 million homes, and the country's housing stock isn't keeping pace with the number of households. And here we go. Decades of overregulation, she said, have made it increasingly difficult to build new homes and rehabilitate old ones. For many small builders, it's now close to impossible. And as fewer new homes come on the market, the cost of the homes is rising even faster. So it is a vicious cycle, double-edged sword, right? She also says, pointing to zoning rules that make it difficult to build more housing in many parts of the country. About 75% of residential land in the U.S., she said, is zoned for single-family homes. Government regulations add nearly $94,000 on average to the price of a new home, according to a 2021 study from the National Association of Home Builders. So that study is 3 years old. We know that hasn't gone down. So 3 years ago, government regulations added $94,000 on average to the price of a new home. The cost of labor and building materials have increased by 31% since the beginning of the pandemic, she said she would be bringing the matter to lawmakers and regulators in an effort to lower the cost of housing, particularly by boosting inventory. She says enough is enough. Every policymaker in Washington, D.C. is going to be simple. Stop talking about affordability and start delivering on affordability. Again, leave your comments below. Especially if you're in the building industry, if you're a land developer, if you're a home builder, if you're a contractor, what do you guys see? I hear from clients all the time about the regulation, the red tape, the permitting process, the delays. And obviously, some of this is a function of the state you're in, the government in that state. Again, love to hear from you guys what your input is. That's the topic for today. Hope that you got something from it. We are 8 days from election. A lot going on. Please stay alert, stay aware. Not a bad time to be, from my perspective, topping off preps. We don't know what's going to happen in this country in the next 8 days and thereafter, right? A lot of tension, as you guys are obviously paying attention to, I'm sure. With that being said, I'll leave it there today. Again, thanks for liking and sharing. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.